Hey, Tego, man. Tego took Spencer and Miles.
And Jordy.
And Jordy, hey.
Bruv.
Big,
everyone,
hey.
man.
You know, Dan saying on Twitter that he's not leaving, right? But we know what Dan is. Remember that clip of him saying,
you might do it first, I'll do it.
Yeah. That's what Dan's gonna do. He's leaving, man. He's leaving. Trust me.
How has nobody posted that meme yet of like of that perfect transition? But he said he already got an offer.
Yeah, but it wasn't a big enough offer. Dan, come on. Dan owns the studio where they do Filthy. He owns the studio where they do Halfcast. Like, he has enough money. He does boxing. So the bag wasn't big enough. But he'll jump ship. To be fair, he doesn't even need to do Filthy for the money. So if there's enough of a bag or it's an interesting project, he'll jump.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm just interested to see where Filthy goes from here, though. Like, I don't really watch anymore. But at the same time, I haven't really watched for a while, like way before the whole situation was going on. Like, how, like, they're probably going to try and get new people on.
They're doing auditions. I'm like, should I? It's like joining Man United. I mean, post Fergie. I mean, it's Man United, but how long does that name hold weight now? Like, this is not like joining Man United like a few years after Fergie now. This is like joining Man United under like Ollie and Ten Hag, and like, if I go, I ruin my career, and people are gonna say I can't handle the pressure. I'm the reason why. Nah.
But this is why you should never trust bald people with a lot of money, because this guy Tego shook Knight.
But listen, I don't care what Tego did. He deserves. It's worth it. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. Tego was holding that thing together by a thread, bro. I don't care.
Oh,
bro, that interview at Ola Aina showed me everything I needed to know about.
That was terrible though.
About Filthy post Tego. I'm sorry, man.
Just mad though. Like, they should have just. That could have been a good interview. I like Steve-O, but it could have been a good interview without him. Because it was just him interrupt. Because they were actually doing well asking the questions and stuff. And people like to criticize loons for being like ADHD and stuff, or whatever they call loons, yeah. But loons is still like, he'll just have banter with the players, sort of thing. He'll ask you the unserious question, but it'll still be a question where it's still somewhat organized within the interview. Where Steve-O, he won't hear the conversation, jump in with another question. And that was the problem with that interview.
Like, loons is like, what's a comparison? I guess kind of like Diego Costa. Everyone thinks Costa's a madman, but Costa didn't get sent off at Chelsea. It was controlled. Like, loons is the same thing. Kind of, he knows when to be crazy and when to keep it sensible. But you just have like Steve-O, who is, you know, the older head. You know, he thinks that he's above it all. He doesn't need to listen. Rashford, basically.
Yeah, Rashford.
Steve-O, go out on loan, man. Go out on loan. Steve-O, you know, we'll take you. We'll take you on loan here, Steve-O. Come out on loan over here.
Steve-O's more than welcome on the channel. Steve-O has no idea who I am. He's welcome on the channel.
Steve-O as a squad player off the bench.
He's more than welcome here. More than welcome here. Like, I'm just like, it's just upsetting, man. Like, it pissed me off because, like, bro, that starting 11 of fucking, what's it? Tego, Specs, Geordie, Poet, PK, Lippy, Margs, Dan. This depth is ridiculous. I didn't even name everyone.
It's like Brazil in the early 2000s, bro. It's crazy depth.
Oh, man. That's still like,
you know that lineup of, you know, when Real won the 3-peat? You know that clip that goes with them, I think before the second or third Champions League final, where they're just doing a rondo. Like, Bale, Benzema, Ronaldo, Ramos, just doing it. That's basically what Filthy was. It was disgusting. And then PK pops in every now and then as well. Oh, my God.
The thing is, if you're a real one, like, a lot of people on Twitter are weird in it. So when the whole thing happened, they were quick to jump on either Poe or Tego's back in it. I don't know the backstory. Like, I wouldn't like put it this way, yeah. I assume Poet was online, and because it wasn't even him that kicked him off. It was Rewind. But then I assume from what I've heard, from what I've seen online. But not everyone knows the backstory of all the ins and outs and stuff. And the problem is now, knowing them, yeah, they're probably still all in a group. They're probably still all in a group just laughing about this because they laugh at serious situations like all the time. So most of them are probably still in a group.
Hey, Specs, he posted a pic, right, of him watching
No rules in it.
watching the From Your Left episode that dropped. Yeah, Specs is probably just laughing at all.
Yeah, yes, Specs is definitely laughing. Do you know what it is though? I don't. Ludes has been the most public with it. He's gone the most public with it on his tweets.
Him and Marks, him and Marks actually.
No, but Ludes has gone even more than Marks just said. Wait till Filthy next week. Ludes.
No. Oh, you're talking about now.
Yeah, now.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying like now, like Ludes is was tweeting about like when like the Specs' voice notes saying, yeah, I know he said he stole, but he said my bad.
My bad. I love that.
That's such a Specs reason, by the way.
My bad, bro.
That's how you know Specs is the exact same off and on camera, by the way.
And you can watch from my left on a Tamagotchi.
Oh, you saw that impression as well.
Yeah, hey, as well. Hey, listen, Tego said my bad. I spoke to Podolski.
Bruv, that guy who did the impression of, was it Lippy, Specs, and Young Spray, yeah, deserves a fucking medal. Bro, that was top tier. He did the Dan laugh. People didn't notice he did the Savage Dan laugh in the back.
Dan's laugh is iconic, man. You know what Dan's laugh is? You know how in school, right? There was that one kid in class whose laugh like would start a fight.
Yeah.
That was Dan.
Dan was definitely an instigator in his school. He must have been. That Lippy impression was
top tier. I know why Specs forgave Tego, because Tego posted the Kanye shirt. That's why. That's why. Tego said, that was the my bad. That was the my bad.
Do you know how poetic it was to post, I lost the dressing room with the fucking Carnu shirt? With the Carnu shirt. Oh my god.
You know what? Then get rid of the dressing room, man. Get rid of the players, man. I'm sorry, man. In this aspect, the manager is bigger than the club. I'm sorry, he is. He's bigger. I'm sorry.
It would have worked if you guys actually structured it properly and knew what, like, instead of like, not in terms of like, for example, if you're going to do an interview, you know who's good for an interview. If you know who's good at hosting, you know who's good. Like, because there's good hosts on there. I'm not saying they can do Tego's job, but you could have made it work. It wouldn't have been the same, but it was never going to be the same once one key member leaves. Like, think about 10-11 Barcelona. If one of the main players leave, Iniesta leaves, it's not 10-11 Barcelona. If Xavi leaves, it's not 10-11 Barcelona. If even Puyol and PK, it's not 10-11 Barcelona.
Yeah, but that's what Tego was doing, though. When it came to, do you notice when it came to the drafts, the interviews and stuff, like, there were specific people for a reason doing certain role. Bro, Tego's a genius. Tego, bro, that Ola Aina interview would not have been like that at all.
No, of course not.
Steve-O might have been there, but he would have been controlled, bro. Steve-O would have been controlled.
Oh yeah, because Steve-O's done well in interviews before. Like, he's done the whole. Because Steve-O's gimmick is the whole like, I was a footballer as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be a beg friend with you, sort of thing, but as a joke, sort of thing. But like, because you remember the Darren Bennett interviews, like, I played against you, remember, like all that.
And he does the League of 72 and stuff, but all of that is like kind of like maybe not scheduled questions, but you're asking questions in a certain like parameter. You're not it's not like Filthy where it can get a bit crazy, and that's why Filthy, like, you need a Tego, because even though Filthy's crazy, like, Tego knows within a certain limit where it can get crazy. You need a Tego, bro. You need a Tego.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, do you know why you need a Tego there? Because you can allow like a PK, for example. You remember the John Arne Reese interview? Yeah, They talk about Luis Suarez. And PK said, "Did he ever call you a black C-word?"
Bro. Also,
just,
PK,
the way that's cut is so fucking brilliant.
Also, PK, this whole thing about what was it that he said about strikers should score one-on-one?
Yeah, one-on-ones, yeah.
Like again, Andy Cole, like he perfectly explained it. Perfectly.
Yeah.
And Tego and PK still wants to argue.
Jordy was like, lads, PK's arguing about with Andy Cole about 1v1s.
Yeah.
But Jordy was doing speed drafts on Filthy not that long ago. He's just went to from my left like that.
Yeah.
And the thing, do you know how I know these guys don't take it serious though? It's because Dan literally put a tweet in laughing emojis like, "Oh my god, so many snakes everywhere," and he laughing emojis. I can picture Dan laughing about that because all of them laugh at serious shit.
And people took that seriously as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, people don't understand Filthy. They don't.